Today is March 25th, 2023. It is a Saturday. It is it is without a doubt the most uh, spiritually uplifting day in my whole existence. I put in a 10-hour shift today, non-stop, working. One of the most memorable thing about today is I sliced all the roast beef and portioned it, every bit of it, and took what's scrapped, put it into a gallon bag, and then placed it into the freezer. What is even more memorable is that I almost sneezed there, almost blessed myself. What I've noticed is that I was the only old man in a sea of young people working there. And I was washing dishes, which made it all right. What's even more amazing is as I started to wash dishes and my fingers started to bloat from the water, and as I feverishly processed the dishes, tonight it dragged on about 30 minutes more than what it should have been because there were just lots more dishes and I had other things I had to do. So what is most important, most amazing thing that happened to me, I don't know whether it's Jesus Christ whispering into me, because it's like, is it premonition or something? I'm not sure. But as I started to wash dishes, I said to myself, my kids will never have to worry about money ever again, I thought. Right? That's what I thought. Because if I have a job that is secure for the rest of my life, I will be able to provide for my family. That is called being secure for the rest of my life financially. The other part is acquiring the skill set that allows me to independent of other resources that I have to work to earn a wage. It is a matter of acquiring a skill that allows me to make money on my own without having to work for somebody else. I thought about that today as I started to wash dishes. I was deeply in a trance. I was in a deep trance, and I was washing dishes like a maniac. Um, I was, my hands were, it must have been like 50 pounds of, it must have been about 50 pounds of, it must have been like 50 pounds of roast beef. And I had to portion it 2.5 ounces individually into a sandwich bag. It was a very deep, it was a very deep, um, incredibly deep, the pan, hotel pan. It was a incredibly deep hotel pan that I had to fill in, two of them. I found myself as I, uh, as I started washing dishes, I thought to myself, that amazing thing. is that right now there's no substance in my hand. There's no substance like Jesus Christ, right? Jesus Christ, there's no substance in my hand. I cannot grab Jesus Christ right here. Okay. Jesus Christ is not in my hand right now. He's not, right? Although I consume him every Sunday, okay, during the Mass, I don't have it. I don't have Jesus Christ within within the within in between my fingers. Jesus Christ is not between my fingers. Okay? I don't have it right there. I cannot put my finger on it and say that's it. But I believe. Now, that's the interesting thing about premonition. I'm currently right here and I'm about to eat a burrito from Winco. I told the lady, I told her that she was so kind. She was incredibly kind. I had to check out and I'm thinking, I'm hearing her, what she's saying. Her voice was so kind. And I just forgot what I was going to say because she was so kind. So I had this one burrito and I'm about to eat it. And to get back to the story, because so there's nothing that is a substance at this moment. There's no substance. But I thought to myself, my kids will never ever have to worry about money ever again. Because I now have the ability to generate money on my own without depending on some others to employ me for me to acquire funds for my own survival. Before I left the homeless shelter, there's this really faithful brother, a Christian brother, who was on my side and said he's looking forward. He's looking forward to the day that I will finally make it. That's what he said, and he's on my Facebook connection. So what I would love to do one day to essentially uh, okay, so it's like this. See, I'm just talking to myself. I can talk about anything. It's like this. Oh, look, there's snow. There's clouds, dark clouds. There's snow. And it's falling. It's coming down. But I don't have the snow in my hand yet. Okay. Then the snow falls in my hand and I feel it. Oh, it feels like that. Then the snow pours and pours and pours. And then my car has 3 inches of snow on it. And when I walk out to drive the car back to where I have to sleep and shower, then I take my jacket and then I swipe it before I can access the scraper inside the car. So essentially making money with my own hands, there is essentially not a substance at this moment, just like Jesus Christ. But I know Jesus Christ exists, and one day I will meet him. One day. But until then, I believe. And so, as I was washing the dishes all by my lonesome, essentially it's a stage. When I was in high school, I used to be in wrestling. The first year, wrestling. So that tells you how that tells me, the world, how good I am as a wrestler, because if I'm just doing it for 1 year, it's not a very good thing. What is interesting about wrestling is that it is essentially a mano a mano sport. Me versus another, instead of a basketball, which is based on a team. And that translates all over again, even today. And that translates into how I work at Westside Drive-In, because I am essentially a dishwasher, and dishwasher is just one person doing all the work. The other stuff, it requires coordination, communication between other individuals. I lack that skill. So just washing dishes is perfectly suitable for me. And so that's where I am. And I forgot what I was going to say. I'll just use some salad. So I said to myself, as I walked in, I'm thinking, I made a loop over here. I made a loop because this is Saturday, and surprisingly, there's a lot of cars. So I needed to find a parking space. So here I am. I found one right over here. Then I sat down, and I was about to consume. And where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Right? Where are you going with this? Where? Where are you going with this? All right? I'm just nibbling on my burrito. I put some salsa on it. So here's what will happen now. I will truly succeed as a day trader, and I will. There's some things that's going to happen, and what will happen is my children. I will make connection with my children, and there will be essentially a happy ending to this ordeal. I began to thank those individuals who put me in this situation, essentially, because it has totally transformed my life. Initially, I was like very upset. It felt like I was being buried alive. I've seen several movies where individuals get placed into a coffin and placed 6 feet under and covered in dirt. I felt like I was, for the past several years, I felt like I was in that coffin, buried 6 feet under, and there was nothing I could do. And just essentially just claw myself. So what I had to do, I just thought about something. But it's okay. It's all good. What matters is this. You can have fun with yourself, belittling an old man like myself in the dark, in the closet, thinking and believing that you're not being seen by God and that you're getting away with your mischievous behaviors. But it's okay. What I'm after is I'm glad that I'm providing you some sort of entertainment. I would rather be the entertainment than me using you as an entertainment, because that would be even sadder on my part. But if it brings you joy and happiness, I'm glad that I'm able to provide that on a short-term basis. So I thought to myself, all alone, washing dishes, and I actually, on the drive here to the office Evolution from Westside Drive-In, I said to myself, my God, I'm so thankful. The owner giving me this opportunity, because I already received a schedule for next week, so that I'm still welcome to work there. And so what I plan to do is essentially, I'm nibbling on this burrito. I'm about to eat it, but I had to make this video. So soon I will leave West Side Drive-In. It is written in stone. For the time being, I am so thankful. I am incredibly thankful that I am able to go work there and then earn a wage. And that wage is allowing me to realize my dream. So for that, I'm incredibly thankful. Thank you. And I don't know if the owner realizes how thankful I am, because I'm also not an easy person to get along with. I am one of those people who just don't want to talk much. Okay? I don't want you standing next to me and like BSing. I just don't. Just yeah. So I'm essentially like a painter. I just want to paint, I suppose. I don't know how that works out, but that's how it works. So I had this really, really, really vivid, vivid, this thought that overwhelmed me, that told me, wow, I never ever have to worry about money ever again. Neither will my kids. So how would that life be like? I have to give credit to this guy, Zed Monopoly. He's he made this comment. He says on one of his videos, he said, just 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 be at the moment when you have a few $1 million in your checking account, free and clear. Just think about that. That's what he said. I'm thinking, yeah, what would it be like? On a whim, I can buy a house. On a whim, and I hope to get to that point. Whether my thoughts were in that manner or not, not sure. So we'll see. In the meantime, I appreciate. So I even thought to myself, to all those people who just who made this possible, I am so thankful. Despite the fact that I lost one of my eye and my knee keeps aching and that's the way things are. So um, that's how it is. So most importantly, this dream would not have come true if not for the help of the owners. I'm not sure how I can say that I don't know how to put it any other way. I don't. I'm grateful. I am so grateful. So soon I feel like talking about Adam and Eve. See, Adam came first. God created Adam first, and then Eve came afterwards. But in earthly life, Eve comes first before the next day, right? Eve, like Christmas Eve, like Good Friday Eve, like Thanksgiving Eve, like I'm really sad right now, but I don't know why. I'm a bit sad, but I don't know why. But it doesn't matter. It just feels like all day there were a couple people hiding in the shadows behind my visual senses. It felt like there were a couple of entities that were hiding within West Side Drive-In, just like gremlins, like Dennis the Menace gremlins that were just hiding under the radar. That's what it felt like. And the gremlins were like causing mischief, and they didn't think that they were being seen, right? But it felt like gremlins. Two, not one, but two gremlins. I sincerely see. I don't. The substance stacks of money is not here right now, but I just want to. I on the eve, on this eve of where I will be. The reason why I say that is because I have two FTMO challenges and verification, one and one. That is essentially, I have been doing that for about a month, and I have been consistent, which essentially tells me that it, it will continue to be consistent, and I will overflow into the reality of really obtaining a payout. And what I will do is once I achieve a payout, then I will think and I will analyze and I will craft a way to increase that return. Once I'm consistent, then I'm going to analyze what I did and increase the amount that I bring in. I would love to have a situation on the path to being financially free, to essentially have what Zed Monopoly said, to have a couple $1 million in cash in a checking account. I want to know how that feels. Essentially, that essentially in this life, a couple $1 million of a single person, practically anywhere in America, it is a financial security, especially with a revenue stream that keeps coming in. So I look forward to that. And so I was thinking about how to name this video, despite the fact that I was all over the place, like mopping. It seems to me that the most appropriate thing to do is call it like it is. It's Benjamin's. As I approached the door, and as I approached the door to enter Office Evolution, I thought to myself, there's a movie called The Benjamins, I think. I think it's about some sort of heist that goes on. So maybe I should change it to something else, but that sounds very, very intriguing. In this case, as a day trader, what I do is I participate in a pool of risk management with the world. And the individual who is craftier and smarter is able to extract from that pool of this arena called Wall Street. And whoever is smarter, whoever is craftier, whoever has spent the time learning and being able to understand the workings about the Wall Street, then that individual is able to extract more so than give. And that essentially will allow greater things to occur in my life. So I was going to call it Benjamin's, but it's not appropriate because it is essentially an exchange, a free competition to acquire. And I want to show my appreciation for the owners. And I will call this YouTube video Owner. And I want to I truly and sincerely appreciate the opportunity to work. And I appreciate the kindness that the owners have shown me, supporting me. Not many people believe what I do is going to be fruitful and successful, and yet they are supportive of what I'm doing. They don't know whether it's going to take a year, 2 years, or 10 years, or it may never occur. But they, based on previous communication, they are supportive of me pursuing this path. So right now, I have to, yeah, I really have to say thank you. Thank you so much. You don't see it right now, but you'll start to see what I have been working on with this trading firm is coming to fruition. And soon, real substance, real substance will land in my hand. And that substance will translate into, first of all, a couple of things. There is a nice couple who saved my life, and I wish to give them West Side Drive-In. I wish to give West Side Drive-In. What do you call those? Uh, it's not a certificate. It's a gift. Oh yeah, it's a gift card. I want to give them uh, three gift cards. Okay, it's a set amount. Each card has a set amount. That's what I like to do. I want to do that first. That's the first one that I want to do when I reach that milestone. That milestone will be achieved in that manner. Yeah, that's what I like to do. That'll be the next step. So, thank you. Thank you so much. I have no other way to express this. I have literally no way to express my gratitude. First of all, when I was in Orlando, I was like unemployed. And in order for me to get to Boise, several people gave me money for gas to get to here. That's how desperate I was. And I was literally, I was literally, uh, after my conviction, I mean, during the process of conviction and after the conviction, my life was completely and utterly turned upside down. As I pointed out, it was like it was like being inside a coffin that was buried. Oh, it's 28 minutes. So, and I'm here now. And it felt like now I was given the opportunity, despite the fact that um, not everyone's agreeable, but I was given an opportunity to excel, do the work. And the community has this office evolution, the shelter, the apartment that the room that I'm in. Um, so I am thankful. I am extremely, extremely, extremely thankful. I'm just gonna eat my burrito now. So yeah, let's leave it at that. And now, substance and proof and real substance. I would love to. I would love to put Jesus Christ between my fingers and say, "Hey, there's something there. I feel it. That must be Jesus Christ."